Alex here with another review. This time we're taking a look at the THINKSCAN 662 Bi-Directional Scanner. This is able to scan your engine, the ABS system of your vehicle, transmission, and also airbag, as well as giving you access to advanced service and reset functions, including streaming live data from the vehicle. And on this video, I'm gonna walk you through the features of this scanner, including the vehicle coverage list. That way you can confirm if your vehicle is gonna be supported by the scanner. And I place a link in the description down below to the scan tool if you'd like to get one for yourself. Starting at the front, we get a 6.2-inch touchscreen, and also this right here, the D-pad and this OK button, they are soft touch materials. Now moving to the top of the scanner, we got the input for the DLC connector and the power button, which is recessed, and it's fairly easy to find it because of its large size. And on the left hand side of the unit, there is a dust cover which reveals a USB-C port and also a memory card bay, because the storage on this scanner can be upgraded with as much as 128 gigabytes of additional storage memory. Now there is no integrated kickstand and there is also no camera. However, this black portion right here, this is a softer material than this hard plastic, and this acts as a case, which is good for drop protection and also to provide good grip to the scanner. And we'll start by connecting the scanner to the vehicle's diagnostic port. If you're having trouble finding your obd-II connector, I have made another video showing how to find it. I'll put a link to that in the description down below. And the first thing you'll notice is that we get the vehicle's battery voltage right here, and that the scanner is currently charging, which is an advantage of scanners that are connected directly to the vehicle. Also, we know we can navigate the different menus with the D-pad and these buttons right here, which is going to be convenient if your hands are greasy. If your hands are clean, I prefer to use the touchscreen. And the first function that we're going to take a look at is going to be the auto search function. And this is where the scanner is going to use the VIN of the vehicle to begin the diagnostics. And now let's go ahead and run a full health report on the vehicle. And as you can see, a total of 7 systems were scanned and no issues were found. You can see that it says 0 DTCs, and you also got this green check mark indicating you that there are no issues with the systems. And if there were issues that were found, you can clear the codes with the clear DTC option, or you can create a report using the report option. And if you tap on any of the systems, you can see that it gives you a description of what that system does, and then you can go into that individual systems to read the codes from it, clear the codes from it, access free stream data, read data coming from it, or the actuation test. And that again is because it's a bi-directional scanner that has the ability to activate different components on the vehicle. Well, let's take a look at live data from the vehicle with the data stream option. And here you can be selective about what you want to stream, or in my case, I have selected all of them, and then I can hit OK. And this is all the different parameters that are coming from the vehicle live. And here's a parameter I like to look at for responsiveness. You can see that the engine speed is shown in RPMs. And you can see how the number changes when I give the vehicle some gas. Additionally, with this icon right here, you are able to switch it to a graphical form. And you got the numerical form right here. Now, sometimes it's going to be helpful to look at multiple parameters at the same time, and you can see up to 4 of them together in the same graph by selecting them in here. Let me find a couple good ones to show you. So I have selected 4 parameters that are pretty good for graphing, and I'm going to go ahead and select all of them. Again, the maximum number together is going to be 4, and we have again the numericals for numbers for those parameters, and also the graphical, all color coded on here. And I'll give it some gas. Now this is all the parameters in one graph together. You could also do something else. If you go back here with this graph option, you can see them individually within their own graph. Now the other thing that you can do is choose to save a sample for comparison or record data for later review. And we'll take a brief look at another system, and again it tells you what the system does. In this case, this is the transmission, and you have the options available for it, including the actuation tests. And sometimes you may not need a full health report. Perhaps you already know which system is affected, so you can go into system selection, and then you can choose the system that you want to scan directly from this menu. Now the second way to diagnose a vehicle is going to be with the diagnosed option. Now this one is different than the AutoVin. On AutoVin, the scanner identifies the vehicle using the VIN number. Here, the scanner is going to identify the vehicle with you manually telling it what vehicle make that you're working with. And this is a good opportunity for you to see if your vehicle make is going to be included on the scanner, and there is quite a bit of them. I'll scroll through here and feel free to slow down the video if you needed to see it a little bit slower and confirm if your make is going to be supported by the scanner. Now, because there's quite a bit of make supported, you are also able to sort them out by region by just tapping on this top area, and that's going to sort them out for you. And in the case that your vehicle make is not supported by the scanner, you can still diagnose the vehicle with standard obd-II diagnostics. This particular vehicle that we're on right now, it's somewhat rare, so it is not on the make supported list. However, I'm going to scan it using obd-II diagnostics. And as you can see, I can check for emission readiness, read live data, freeze frame data, read codes from the vehicle, clear the codes from the vehicle, and a couple other options based on obd-II. And let's take a look at live data. Once again, I'm going to select all and hit OK. And that is the advantage of obd-II diagnostics. Even though this is not on the supported make list, I am able to scan it using standard obd-II diagnostics. And here's one last example of the data altogether. Super helpful, especially if you're comparing different parameters and their relationship to each other. Now the scanner does keep track of the vehicles that you tested with it, and they are going to be found under history. Additionally, if you created reports, those are going to be found under the report icon. Moving over to the next tab, maintenance. Here's where you'll find service functions. We get ABS bleeding, SRS, which is airbag reset, then we get VMS battery matching, we get EPB brake pad reset, then we get DPF regeneration, we also get electronic throttle adaptation, gearbox learning, and then anti-theft key matching, injector coating, oil reset, steering angle reset, and TPMS reset. Additionally, instead of navigating these icons like this individually, you can always tap on this and it's going to show you all of them in one page. And as far as updates, those are found under the upgrade tab. Now there is no subscription requirement, they are included for free, and you can see that there are three types of updates: vehicle diagnostic software, maintenance software, and application software. But let's go back to the vehicle diagnostic software. I'm going to tap enter, and it's going to show you the updates that are available. Now you could do a couple things. You could download individual updates if you only wanted to download specific ones, or my preferred option is to update all with the upgrade icon. Moving over to the last tab, more. You got access to settings, and we'll take a look at that in a little bit, but also access to the user manual, basically a PDF electronic version of the manual, which is always good reference to have. And then you also have the OBD fault code library. This is very helpful if you don't have access to the vehicle, but somebody gave you the code. You are able to punch that in here. Let's take a look at PO 141. Let's see what that one comes up. Here we go, O2 sensor heater, and then it describes the issue. Also helpful is a shortcut to the internet where it's gonna search that code for you, which is helpful if you're not familiar with it. And yep, that was an internet browser, and you also can access it using this gadget icon. If you hit enter, it'll take you to that Chrome browser. Let's find a video so we can test the audio and video capability of this device. And I found a video. Let's go ahead and hit play. Now, unfortunately, while the video playback is quite smooth, there is no audio capability, which is kind of disappointing, but I guess you could always enable captions if you wanted to watch some videos on this scanner. And just like before, tapping on this icon is going to show you all the items in one screen. Now under settings, you are able to activate these floating icons. The first one allows you to take screenshots and this next one right here is a screen recorder. The other thing that you can do in the settings menu is enable the metric unit of measure and also enable one more floating icon. This is the customer service icon if you wanted customer service to help you, and there is also the ability to reset this scanner to its factory settings. And finally, there is a drop-down menu that allows you to adjust the brightness, get access to the Wi-Fi, enable the shortcut icon, enable the screen recorder icon, orientation control, and enable the customer service icon. And I'm a huge fan of scanners that include free updates like this one does. That is definitely gonna save you money over time. And if you're looking for an even larger screen and even more capability, also consider the 672. I have already reviewed that scanner on the channel. If you guys want to see that video, I'll put a link to it in the description down below. It does have a higher cost than the 662, so take a look at whether you really need that extra capability or whether you can save some money with getting the 662. I'll put a link to this scanner in the description down below in case you want to get one for yourself. And if you guys have any other questions regarding this, please put that in the comments also. And if you found any part of this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button to support the channel, and stay tuned as I have a lot more scanner reviews coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.